Your crush can't ignore you because of this psychological trick. Listen carefully. If you watch this video till the end, everything about your crush's behavior will finally make sense. You'll understand why they look at you, why they suddenly go quiet, and why no matter how hard they try, they can't truly ignore you. This is not manipulation. This is human psychology. And once you understand this, you'll never see love or attraction the same way again. So don't skip, because one missed detail can change the entire meaning. Part 1. Why ignoring someone is harder than you think. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to ignore someone, but ended up thinking about them even more? Psychology says this happens because the brain hates unfinished emotional loops. When someone makes us feel seen, understood, emotionally safe, our mind tags them as important. And important people are impossible to forget. Your crush may ignore messages. They may act distant. They may pretend they don't care. But inside their mind, you are still there. Because the brain doesn't forget what once made the heart feel alive. Ignoring you doesn't erase you. It actually activates emotional tension. Part 2. The psychological trick. Here's the trick psychology reveals. It's called emotional contrast effect. When you don't chase, beg, or over-explain, your absence creates contrast. Your crush starts comparing how they felt with you versus how empty it feels without you, and the brain always focuses on loss more than presence. That's why silence can be louder than words. You didn't disappear. You just stopped feeding their comfort. And suddenly, they feel the gap. People don't miss attention. They miss how you made them feel. Part 3. Questions your crush is asking themselves. Let's break this down psychologically. When you pull back naturally, your crush's mind starts asking dangerous questions. Why did they stop? Did I lose them? What if they move on? Why do I still care? These questions create emotional anxiety. And anxiety doesn't mean hate. It means attachment without control. Your crush isn't ignoring you peacefully. They're mentally negotiating their feelings. When someone questions your absence, you already matter. Part 4. Why your crush acts cold but feels hot inside. Psychology has a name for this behavior: cognitive dissonance. It means their actions and emotions don't match. They tell themselves, I shouldn't care, but their heart says, why do I feel this way? So they act cold. Short replies. Dry behavior. Distance. Not because they don't feel, but because they feel too much. Distance is often a shield, not a lack of emotion. Part 5. The real reason you're hard to ignore. You became hard to ignore because you didn't just give attention. You gave emotional presence, comfort, understanding, safety. These things go straight into the subconscious. And once the subconscious bonds, logic can't break it. That's why random people are forgettable, but emotionally safe people become unforgettable. Your value isn't loud. It's felt in silence. Part 6. Mirror effect. They see themselves in you. Here's a deep psychology fact. We get attached to people who reflect parts of ourselves we don't show others. Maybe you listened without judging. Maybe you understood without fixing. Maybe you accepted them as they were. That creates emotional mirroring. And when someone mirrors you, they feel like home. That's why your crush can't ignore you. Ignoring you feels like ignoring a part of themselves. You weren't just someone they liked. You were someone they felt real with. Part 7. Why time doesn't help them forget you. Time only heals what wasn't deeply felt. But emotional connection doesn't follow clocks. Your crush might stay busy, laugh with others, post online, but quiet moments expose truth. At night, in silence, when distractions end, that's when memories return. Because psychology says, unexpressed emotions don't disappear. They wait. If they never got closure, they never moved on. Part 8. What this means for you. This isn't about control. This isn't about tricks. It's about understanding your value. You don't need to force attention. You don't need to chase validation. If someone can't ignore you, It means you touch something real. And real connections don't fade easily. Sometimes, the strongest impact is made by the person who knows when to step back. Your silence isn't weakness. It's confidence. If this video made you think about someone, that's not a coincidence. Psychology says, when a message hits deep, it connects to real emotion. If you felt understood here, you're not alone. Like this video, subscribe for real psychology facts, comment ready if this opened your mind, and remember, someone who truly felt you can never fully ignore you. Because some connections live deeper than words.